baby. I know you're not my baby anymore. I know I lost the right to call you that the moment I destroyed us. But I need to say this, even if you never want to hear my voice again, even if these words mean nothing to you now. I cheated on you. I slept with your friend. I betrayed everything we had, everything we were building together, everything you trusted me with. I took the most sacred thing between us, your faith in me, in us, and I shattered it in the most devastating way possible. There's no excuse. There's no explanation that makes it okay. There's nothing I can say that will undo what I did, or take away the image that's probably burned into your mind forever. But I need you to know how sorry I am. I need you to know that I'm drowning in regret, that I would give anything to take it back, that losing you is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I destroyed the best thing in my life, and I destroyed the best man I've ever known. I'm so sorry. It happened 3 months ago. You were out of town for work, and I was lonely, feeling sorry for myself, making excuses for why I deserved attention, affection, something to fill the emptiness I was feeling. Your friend came over. He said he wanted to check on me, make sure I was okay while you were gone. I was drinking. We both were. But that's not an excuse. That's just another way I failed you. I let him stay. I let the conversation get too personal, too intimate. I let him touch my hand when he was comforting me. I let him move closer on the couch. And then I made the choice that ruined everything. I kissed him. I invited him into our bedroom. I had sex with him in the bed we shared, surrounded by pictures of us, our memories, our life together. I betrayed you in the most intimate space we had, with someone you trusted, someone you called a friend. It wasn't just once. It happened again 2 weeks later, and again a month after that. Each time, I told myself it was the last time. Each time, I promised myself I would tell you, that I would confess and beg for your forgiveness. But I was a coward. I was selfish. I was too afraid of losing you to risk being honest with you. So I lied. I looked you in the eyes when you came home and told you I missed you. I let you hold me, kiss me, make love to me, all while I was carrying this terrible secret. I let you plan our future, talk about moving in together, about marriage, about children, all while I knew I had already destroyed any chance we had at those dreams. The guilt has been killing me slowly, day by day. Every time you smiled at me, every time you said you loved me, every time you introduced me as your girlfriend, I felt like I was going to be sick. The weight of what I did, what I was hiding from you, was suffocating me. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepared me for the moment you found out. The way your face changed when you walked in and saw us together. The sound you made, not quite a scream, not quite a gasp, but something broken, something that came from the deepest part of your soul being ripped apart. I'll never forget the way you looked at me in that moment, like I was a stranger, like I was someone you'd never seen before, someone you couldn't recognize. The love in your eyes just died. It was there 1 second, and then it was gone forever, replaced by hurt so deep I could feel it radiating from you. You didn't yell at first. You just stood there, staring, trying to process what you were seeing. And then you said my name, just once, like a question, like you were hoping this was all some terrible mistake, some nightmare you could wake up from. When you finally exploded, when the anger came, it was worse than I deserved, but somehow not as bad as the quiet disappointment that came after. You asked me how long, and I had to tell you it wasn't just once. You asked me why, and I had no answer that wasn't pathetic and selfish. The worst part was watching you blame yourself. Asking what you did wrong, what you could have done differently, if you weren't enough for me. Baby, you were everything. You were perfect. This wasn't about you not being enough. This was about me being broken, selfish, weak. I've had weeks now to think about what I did, what I threw away, what I destroyed. I keep replaying every moment, every choice, every opportunity I had to stop, to be honest, to choose you over my own selfish desires. I realize now that I was taking you for granted. You were stable, reliable, always there. You loved me unconditionally, and somewhere in my twisted mind, I thought that meant I could get away with anything. I thought your love was guaranteed, that nothing I did could really threaten it. I was wrong about everything. Love isn't unconditional when you shatter the conditions that make it possible. trust, respect, fidelity, honesty. I broke every sacred rule of what we had together, and I have no right to be surprised that it broke us. Your friend, he was never the real problem. He was just a symptom of something rotten inside me, some need for validation, for excitement, for something new and forbidden. But what I had with you was real, deep, meaningful. What I had with him was empty, meaningless, purely physical. I traded gold for garbage. I traded a future with someone who loved my soul for cheap thrills, with someone who didn't even know who I really was. I traded security, partnership, genuine intimacy for secrets, lies, and hollow satisfaction that lasted minutes and left me feeling more empty than before. I keep thinking about all the moments I could have chosen differently. I could have told him to leave that first night. I could have called you instead of letting loneliness make me vulnerable. I could have confessed after the first time instead of letting it happen again and again. But I didn't. I chose the easy path every single time until it led me here, alone, heartbroken, hated by the person I love most in the world. I know I've lost you forever. I know that even if you could somehow forgive me, you could never trust me again. And without trust, there's no foundation for love to survive on. I know that I made choices that can't be undone, that broke things that can't be fixed. I'm not asking you to take me back. I'm not asking you to forgive me, though I dream about it every night. I'm not asking you to understand, because what I did is unforgivable, incomprehensible to anyone with a decent heart. I'm just asking you to know that I'm sorry. Deeper than sorry. I'm devastated, destroyed, completely shattered by what I've done to you, to us, to the future we could have had together. You were the best boyfriend I ever had. You were kind, generous, faithful, patient with all my flaws and insecurities. You made me feel beautiful, valued, cherished. You were building a life with me, planning a future where we grew old together, and I destroyed it all for moments of meaningless pleasure with someone who meant nothing to me. I hope someday you can heal from this. I hope someday you find someone who deserves your love, who treasures it the way I should have, who never takes for granted the incredible gift of being loved by you. I hope you find happiness that's real, stable, built on truth instead of lies. I know you probably hate me now, and I understand that. I deserve your hatred. But underneath that hatred, if there's any tiny piece of the love we used to share, please know that I will spend the rest of my life regretting what I did to you. You deserved better. You deserved a girlfriend who was worthy of your love, who understood what a precious thing she had, who would have died before betraying you the way I did. I'm sorry I wasn't her. I'm sorry I let you down. I'm sorry I broke your heart. I'm sorry I destroyed the most beautiful thing either of us will probably ever have. I love you. I will always love you, and I will never, ever forgive myself for losing you.